Hello Tim. In this video, we're going to have a closer look at private clouds. So we've seen that there are public clouds operated by third parties and that there are private clouds, which usually arise when a company aggregates its computing capacity at a single IT department. So this concentration of IT equipment in a private data center or private cloud reduces operational and capital expenses, like we've seen before. But companies can also use cloud technologies to get further cost reductions. So one of the things that might happen when a company aggregates its computing capacity at a single IT department is that the servers, like server 1 over here and server 2 and server 3, they might come from different departments, and each server might run one specific application or a set of applications. So here we have application 1 from department 1 running on server 1, and application 2 from department 1 running on server 2, and so on. Application 1 from department 2 running on server 3. So this is okay. You get capital and operational expense reduction by concentrating the computing infrastructure at a single place. But say if some department 3 comes along and wants to run another application, so department 3 doesn't have its own servers, so you're going to buy a new server. So this might not be the best approach because you have spare capacity on server 2 and on server 3. So what companies can do instead on their private clouds is use virtualization to get resource sharing. So when department 3 comes along, it can run its application on server 2 because server 2 has spare capacity. So each application will now run on a virtual machine, and you can share servers across different departments. So this is going to improve utilization of your servers, and it might also ease handling of overload. So if a server becomes overloaded, say application 2 now is using more resources, so both application 2 and application 4 no longer fit on server 2. So the virtualization allows the organization to move application 4 to server 3, and now all the applications are happy again. So this is provided by using virtualization, which is the same technology used on public clouds. So private clouds have some advantages for organizations. First, an organization running a private cloud retains control and visibility of the whole infrastructure. So it controls the hardware and the network, so it can troubleshoot problems directly. So if something goes wrong, that organization can go there and try to fix it itself as quickly as it can. And it can also adapt the infrastructure to its own needs. So if the organization needs something specific, it can buy that equipment and integrate it in its cloud. Also, regulations may require organizations to maintain ownership of the data and control where data is placed and access to that data. So to do this, you need control of the physical facility where the data and the service are located. So a private cloud provides this to the organization. Also, a private cloud is usually co-located with other facilities of that company, and because it's co-located, the network latency, the amount of time it takes for data to go from one computer to the private cloud and then back, is less than to a public cloud. So if the server is on the same building, you're usually going to access that server much faster than if you have to go to a different city or downtown where the data center is located to access the public cloud. So this reduction in latency is important for some application. And it might be noticeable if the private cloud is on the same building where the users are. And finally, a private cloud provides insurance against price fluctuations in the public cloud. So if the prices increase in a public cloud, it doesn't matter if you run a private cloud.